when you come to LSU, you want to be elite. You want to recruit elite players, and you want to be coached by elite. And the development that our coaching staff has done with these young men has been a great accomplishment.
Hello, Tiger fans. The LSU football team had the weekend off as they prepare for Alabama, but we still caught up with head coach Ed Ogeron as the Tigers get ready to host the Crimson Tide. Plus, we have you covered with sports from all across LSU's campus this week. I'm Emily Dixon, and this is another edition of Inside LSU Football presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Inside LSU Football, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, is brought to you each week by the 8 partners that represent Team LSU. Cox, the official communications provider of LSU Athletics. McDonald's, official sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Our Lady of the Lake, official healthcare provider of LSU Athletics. Planet Fitness, official gym partner of the LSU Tigers. Ross's Markets, official supermarket of LSU Athletics. Coca-Cola, official beverage partner of the LSU Tigers. People's Health, the official health plan of LSU Athletics. And by Hancock Whitney, the official bank of the LSU Tigers. This segment of Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by Bud Light. There's a Bud Light there.
It's one of the most anticipated matchups on the calendar each season as LSU welcomes Alabama to Tiger Stadium on November 14th. But what's the latest on Miles Brennan's status? We caught up with head coach Ed Ogeron to get thoughts on his QBs and more.
We built a championship program. We're going to be a championship team. We're going through some growing pains right now. I know it. We got some young players. We got some new coaches that have been on our staff for a short time, didn't have spring ball, put in their system. Not an excuse, this is the SEC, and the other coaches had the same amount of time. So I know this in my mind. We have a plan here. I know the people surrounding me are very supportive. We just had one of the best teams in college football last year. We're not that far away. I'm going to be positive with our football players. I'm going to show them the film. We'll tell them where we could have coached better, tell them where we got to execute better. We got to make better in-game adjustments. We just got to continue to grow. But I'm going to be positive, believe in our staff. Just like I did after the Mississippi State game, we're going to make adjustments like we need to. We're going to look at our roster management and see where we need to get better at our roster and develop guys, ask guys to stay. We got an extra year with these guys. Some of these guys, I want them to stay. See if I can have them stay, have a mature team next year. And I know I'm building a championship team. There's no doubt in my mind. Starting on Alabama, we've got to fix us first. We have to have a different variety of runs. We have to use our running backs. Offensive line has to block better. We're going to block one of the best fronts in football coming up, so we got to make some improvement in the run game. We got to do some different stuff to get the ball to our best players and take the pressure off our young quarterbacks. But if Miles can't practice, we're going to see who's better, TJ or Max. Max went in there and did a fine job. So they're gonna compete. There's gonna be a competition. Hopefully Miles is ready. If not, I'm gonna have them compete and see who practices better. Then we'll see what happens. We simplified about as much as we can simplify, to be honest with you. And now it's either change a couple of things up to make it easier for our guys, play something different, or whatever we're gonna play, we gotta make sure we master it. And then, if you play the same defense, people are gonna have a game plan against you. And you better be good, or you better have some adjustments. And that's the point where we're at. I think we need to make better adjustments for our players. And I think our players that, once they know what to do, they got to have great eye discipline and execute. I just watched Alabama's offensive line. It'll be the strongest and Najee, the best run game we faced in a couple of years here. Run fits, physicality, playing blocks, being in the right place, make sure that we give them all of those bunch splits and the crossing routes and all the things that have given us problems. We have to fix it. It's on tape. If there's a copycat league, people are going to do it. We got to fight for 60 minutes, and when adversity hits, we got to keep on fighting. And that's been a mark of our team since I've been here. It's a young team. I'm going to address it about fighting throughout the game, about staying enthusiastic throughout the team and believing we have to do that. But you know what? There's a lot of young guys on this team that I have to teach that to. They don't know that yet.
Welcome to Hey Fightin' Podcast, the official podcast of LSU football. We're going to talk X's and O's, depth charts, the mothers, the fathers, the technology that LSU's using behind the scenes to make the team better.
Victory for LSU!
The official podcast of LSU football.
You like walk-off wins? Good news, we've got one for you. Paul Mainieri put his talented roster through the annual Purple and Gold World Series, with Game 1 coming down to the final at-bat. Here's how things unfolded over the weekend at the box.
Overall, we got some things done. They weren't three particularly greatly played games. We obviously have a lot of work to do still, but that shouldn't take away from some of the good performances. So we've got a lot of young guys, and I think it's going to take a little time, but they haven't been through an SEC schedule. We had a freshman at third, short, second, first, and catcher in right field. But I think you've seen glimpses of what they're capable of. You just like to see somebody emerge and say, okay, I want to be the starting guy, and I'm going to prove it day in and day out. There was a lot of good things that happened individually. Overall, they weren't very crisply played games, and we need to tighten up a lot of things. But this is how you find out about the guys. You put them under the lights, you put a little pressure on them, and some of them handle it a little better than others. And, we'll go into the spring, and a lot of jobs was, I told you what the lineup would have been if it was opening day 3 days ago. 3 days ago was not opening day. It was not February 19th. And now some things have changed. Some guys have risen up, other guys have not. And it's going to become a very competitive thing again when we come back in January in the 5-6 weeks leading up to the start of the season.
This is baseball at the box.
Stay tuned for more Inside LSU Football after the break.
Gear up for fall at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
What makes Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi so smart?
Its new advanced technology automatically optimizes data routes around network congestion.
Huh? Meaning you get fast Wi-Fi.
No matter how many devices you have.
So say sayonara to lagging and buffering.
Hey, the more devices you have, the smarter your Wi-Fi needs to be.
And there's no smarter Wi-Fi than Cox Panoramic Wi-Fi.
To the people stepping up in the face of an unprecedented challenge, thank you for everything you're doing to serve our communities and keep us safe. To the people of Hancock Whitney, thanks for being the ones our clients can count on. Because even though it feels like everything has changed right now, it's reassuring to see that some things haven't. We'll get through this the same way we always do. Together.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health, one of Louisiana's largest pediatric healthcare networks.
43 years. That's how long Dee Dee Bro was the head coach of LSU Gymnastics, making her mark as one of the best to ever do it. Now Jay Clark is taking the reins, and his team is already back in the gym this week for an inter-squad scrimmage.
I was really pleased with what I saw. I think the endurance is there. We're finishing our last passes very strong. You know, we've still got some execution things that we're ironing out. And I think that the thought of doing full floor today kind of messed with them a little bit on the first two events. In that it wasn't bad, but they were stepping around on landings and doing things that we have not been seeing in practice. This is as healthy as we've been in several years right now this time of year, and it feels good. We've been blessed. We got good kids that are doing a great job, that are they've bought into what we're asking them to do, and it's exciting right now.
Don't have no fear, it ain't welcome here. It's not in our blood, we rise above, strength at our core, so self-assured, it's in our blood. We rise above. Anything is possible. Give everything or none at all. Our truth will not be buried. We're gonna be legendary.
Nikki Fargas and the LSU women's basketball team hit the 20-win mark last season before shutdowns forced them to miss the NCAA tournament. One of the key words for this team in 2021, hungry. We mic'd up Coach Fargas at practice this week as her and her veteran team make a push for a postseason run.
Keep getting ourselves in shape, keep pushing yourselves, and keep competing. Everybody got that? Let's have a good workout. Lyndon, you better be dominating. You understand?
Yeah.
We're doing something bigger than right now. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Perfect layups. Good. Let it drop. No rim, no rim. Lock in, lock in. Start out strong here. Let's go. Woo! 15! Is that right? Okay. 19. That's a good foul. I would have waited a little bit longer though. Oh boy. Oh boy. I told you. Ball screen. Now drive the ball for your shot. Peel back, give her a second shot. Go, let's go. Get in line over there, guys. Let's go. On screen, cut. Again, we're doing these late games because we might be in late game. And with that being said, when you have a lead, again, make them have to foul you. Good, hard cuts. Nice.
You got one timeout, one foul.
One foul to give and one timeout. Let's go up top. Let's go. Come on, tempo. Go, Sarah. Down, White. Is White down? Oh, White's up. Oh, boy. Foul it. Shoot him. 3, 6, 9, 12.
Thanks, buddy.
Go get one, Dom. Shooting air balls. Come on now. You have got to make her go east and west with your defensive stance. However y'all need to make that happen. You have a timeout to give? Yeah, I mean, you have a timeout, you have a foul to give? Okay. White ball. All right, here we go, white ball. At least they're competing. They're competing in a way that I like right now. Oh, they're getting a little ticky-tacky with everything. That's beautiful. You got one timeout and no fouls. One timeout and no fouls to give. I like how you're attacking. That's good stuff. But out of the attack, the next level or next layer for you is now to learn to distribute. Each team has one possession. Make it good. I would double two. That's a good look. No, that's a good look. Hey, come back, set your D. Let's go, T.
You need more layers, diagonal layers.
I got it, Ron, thanks.
Leave him alone, Dad. Oh, honey, you should use ice blocks instead of cubes.
No, Bud Light Seltzer goes on top.
Diagonal layers.
Did you feature the Bud Light lemonades?
Need more ice.
And diagonal layers.
I mean, if you're gonna do it right.
I don't need my hands getting cold.
Why don't you try using the Plumsky method? Brings out the citrus notes. Dad?
Gotta crush the ice, son.
Okay, I'm out.
What's his problem?
Whenever packing the cooler really matters, there's a Bud Light there.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
Drive F-150 with $4,750 cash back, plus $1,000 trade assist on top of what your eligible trade is worth. Your Southern Quality Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the national champion LSU Tigers.
When the ground shifts beneath you, you can run, or you can stand firm. At LSU, our stand is rock solid. Our blood runs hot, even as our heads stay cool. Because now is a pivotal moment in the fight for our future. And we refuse to back down when the world needs solutions. LSU, fierce for the future.
We're born to be loud, born to be strong, born to work hard and tailgate harder. We're born to give it our all, on the field, in the stands, and beyond. We're born to be Tigers. We're the Tiger Athletic Foundation. Be part of the team behind the Tigers. Join today for better access and better perks. TAF, we're here for Tigers. Be there for them too. Annual membership starts at only $50.
This segment of Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by LSUshop.net. For the latest in sideline apparel, gifts, and all things LSU Tigers, go to LSUshop.net.
This year's SEC Cross Country Championships were held right here in Baton Rouge, and the LSU women's team had their best finish in more than 20 years. Let's head out to U Club to see how the event played out. swimming and diving team hosted meet number 1 as they faced off against Alabama in the team's first competition since their season was cut short ahead of the NCAA championships. We take you out to the pool to get a look at David Geyer and Doug Schaefer's 2020 teams.
It's been hard. It's been mentally hard. It's been emotionally hard. The one thing that we have going that is relatively normal right now is our training. So that's really brought us together. When I just talked to the team, and this was our first competition since March 13th, we've been in the water for about 5 weeks, in school for a little bit longer than that. School's not normal, the environment's not normal, campus isn't normal, the experience of what LSU is so special about, and you know, being at football games and you know, all of that stuff, none of that is normal.
My staff reminds me a lot, like it's always harder than I thought it was going to be, because just when you think you clear one obstacle, there's another obstacle you got to go through. When we split up in March, you know, our team went all over the country, all over the globe, and some were able to find pools right away, and some never found pools. At the beginning of the season, typically you have your ideal fitness level, and everybody's in a close range of that. And the best way to describe it this year is like a buckshot. At the start of the season, the challenge was for those that were ready, still moving them forward the way they needed to be, and the ones that weren't, how to safely get them moving forward and caught up. And really, probably about the past week, I feel like we finally got that buckshot a little more congregated and together, where we're all almost on the same page. Every single one of the divers got the NCAA zone qualifying score. We swept the 1 meter and 3 meter events in the men's side and the women's side, so proud of them. Both Monse and Hella have a good deal of experience for them, but for Monse's specialty is the 10 meter tower. She's literally not dived springboard in a little over a year. She's a talented athlete. We got a really bright future with that. Hella as well. You know, she showed today that she's going to be a fighter and is going to compete for us real well. First meet of the season, typically it's September, maybe early October, so we're a little behind calendar-wise, but in terms of results for first meet of the season, I'm really excited where we are. Really excited, so it's a really good step.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
To the people stepping up in the face of an unprecedented challenge, thank you for everything you're doing to serve our communities and keep us safe. To the people of Hancock Whitney, thanks for being the ones our clients can count on. Because even though it feels like everything has changed right now, it's reassuring to see that some things haven't. We'll get through this the same way we always do, together.
Gear up for fall at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
When the ground shifts beneath you, you can run or you can stand firm. At LSU, our stand is rock solid. Our blood runs hot even as our heads stay cool, because now is a pivotal moment in the fight for our future. And we refuse to back down when the world needs solutions. LSU, fierce for the future.
LSU Tigers fans, show your pride with real Tigers gear from the official online store, lsushop.net. You'll find everything a Tigers fan needs, including jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of over 4,100 products, including official team merchandise from Nike, when it comes to Tigers pride, there's only one place real Tigers fans go, lsushop.net.
This segment of Inside LSU Football is brought to you each week by Academy Sports and Outdoors. With curbside pickup, it's never been easier to shop in-store or online at academy.com.
It is a pantheon of concrete and steel. It is a city that rises defiantly in the Delta alongside the father of waters. It is the humidity of autumn evenings that drapes stately oaks and broad magnolias. It is haunted, and it is loud. It is Halloween night and cannon blasts. It is a Louisiana gumbo of humanity that cheers its Tigers to victory and destroys the dreams of invading foes. Chance of rain is never. It is the cathedral of college football, and worship happens here, where the sun finds its home in the western sky. It is a field of glory, for sure. But much more than that, it is a sacred place. And it is Saturday night in Death Valley.
Sports are back across campus here at LSU, and we need no further proof than Saturday night in Death Valley versus Alabama. Stay tuned to LSUsports.net throughout the week for continued coverage on this much-anticipated SEC West matchup game. As always, thanks for tuning in to Inside LSU Football, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. We'll see you next week.